Hi, I'm Xizis, and this is Terraformers, where we're continuing on the Red Planet Awaits, our point-based playthrough of Terraformers. So we ended off last turn just checking where we're at. So we got to select a new leader. We selected the bus stop station here, or bus station for the research projects, because we need a bus station in Bernard. We're also going to need a train station or a hyperloop in Marineris when we get that far. We are put down a miner's camp down here in a miner's cottage last turn to help save up. We're not completely safe here in our support just yet. We are quickly running out of support, but now that we know we are getting this bus stop in Bernard and we're getting it quite soon, I think we might want to expand out towards the sandstones and provide some tours for Bernard. Do we have enough resources? That costs food. I'd much rather have the food for the eco homes, which we will be able to build next turn. So no point expanding just yet. We could explore out towards the titanium here, and I think that's what we're going to do. We decided on sticking with Aisha, or selecting Aisha for the recycling. That means we can build some sewage treatment plants, and we can do some emergency conversions to titanium. And any rocks we destroy will be titanium. So let's select her, and she can pop off and explore this. We need to gather some titanium for the bus stop. We need another 3. That's good, we found another place there. Now the canyon view here is also an interesting one. It's also within the... No, this is actually a -2. So this one's out of range for Bernard. Or we will get yet another penalty, a -2 penalty for building this one out here. And this is 1 comfort of living for a city of 4. That's 4 support. And we're losing 2 just by having that tile. So the sandstones is still the better option. But we want to use our food for getting these 2 up as soon as possible. Getting these up in Marineris here will help us with getting more support quicker. So let's turn the page. Alright, so we have a billionaire's idea here. They want a nuclear oxygen factory. It increases radiation in the city by 1. And we get atmosphere and oxygen. Now this one costs a lot of titanium. And we don't have titanium. We have found a mine, but we haven't been able to expand into it yet. So I think we're gonna decline this one. We can get our atmosphere and oxygen from other places. And the extra support will keep us afloat for another turn. Now this is another nice one. This is a skyscraper. Costs twice the food of a normal home. But it's 2 population on 1 tile. So that's sufficient, but you need to have something that provides lots of support beside it. So I think we might pick this one and save up for it into Marineri, since we want to have a high population there. We have the resonance station. We don't have a lot of power producing buildings in our cities. Then of course more food would be nice, but it would be better to go with a hyperdronic farm or a tuber farm that only costs nitrates, the water we want primarily to expand. I'm going to select the skyscraper there. However, putting down the eco homes here is going to be a lot better, because it only costs 20. Alright, so we have Aisha here. We can remove all of these. This is essentially now trading 1 power for 1 titanium. Don't have an infinite supply of power, but we have lots of power coming in. So we could probably put the next one. Could put this one here. It's going to be better in the short term, and then we can put skyscraper and combined living in one of these 2 other ones. We don't need to clear out the rocks just yet. And the rock clearing one is a specialization, so that one sticks with us for the rest of the game, which is very nice. Alright, we do have lots of titanium now, since we have the titanium mines. So let's expand out here. We will build a mine there, and we can expand up to here, and we will build yet another mine there. So now we're gaining loads of titanium. It did cost us a bit of support, but Olympus Mons is still doing plus 11 even with all those debuffs. We can see that the mines are minus 8, and then we got the hospitals, the headquarters, and the miners' cottage. So it's still a net positive from Olympus Mons, even if it's not as much of a positive as we would like. We will go and explore these two locations as well. Now building a water sewer treatment would be good around here. We've got the composting facility here too, and our habitation modules. Could probably scratch the laboratory and the tritium thermal generator here as well. Gonna need a lot of power the next few turns. Science, we're just saving up for this one now. There's nothing else we want that needs that, and we don't have anything that we want to have this one before we build the skyscraper. We were building the combined living center before the skyscraper anyway. So let's tear down this laboratory. I think that's the better choice here. And we wanted to build a sewage treatment plant. And this one, of course, you don't want to build next to population. We've got population in these four. Robots don't count as population for this, of course. Robots don't mind living next to sewage treatment plants. So we'll build that one there. It gives us an extra water per turn, which is nice. Water is quite hard to come by, and aquifers are... we got an aquifer down here. We would rather drain them for the oceans. If we can get the power for it, of course, but it's a nicer way to do it, and we're going to have a lot of population, or we have the population to support it here. I'm going to build one sewage treatment plant here in the Marineries too. That's a little bit of a question of exactly where. I might want to move this courthouse up here, and we might as well do that as soon as possible. And we'll build the sewage treatment plant there. We don't need to build it just yet though, but it's a freebie, so it's no big deal. We want to explore this tile too. And we had another big one to use our satellites on up on the other end. Okay, so we could get another bacteria spreader, and here we get the one that I really wanted for the Marineries Valley. This is the Adone Park. It provides 4 support, plus 4 support for each adjacent population. And we've got 1 population here. We're gonna have at least 3 more. One of them is going to be a skyscraper, so that's going to be 4 more. That's going to be 5 adjacent populations. That's 20 support per turn, plus the 4 it provides. And it only costs nitrates and silicates. This means we probably want to start collecting a bit more silicates. We should be able to explore the silicates before we have the need to build this one. Okay, so we will use the exploration satellites up here to get the tritanium. That means we can build the bus stop now. I found some extra points of those. And we want to explore down here. We'd like to find a large silicates deposit. I think we had one somewhere close by. Maybe that was the one. This was this one I was thinking of probably. No, we got one over here too that we can explore. Got none of them down there. Oh. Yeah, we don't need to explore the tritanium down there since we got enough of it. So let's try to get some silicates. Costs 4 power to go there, but that's worth it. Some silicates, some water, and a crystal cave. Oh yeah, that was the crystal cave we found here, wasn't it? That I was thinking of. So we need another 4. And now it's a question, do we want to ditch the exploration satellites to get them? No, I think it'll still take 4 turns to collect them. We can just collect them in 2 turns from exploring these nodes instead. Or 1 if we're lucky. Okay, so we want to put the bus station into Bernard. And I think the thermal generator now will have to go. Just to make this city a little bit more efficient. We got a lot more exploration or a lot more expansion nodes, and we can now expand safely out to the sandstones here. The guided tours, we really want to save that though, but I don't think it's gonna cost us a turn towards this one. We need to have 3 more turns to reach that one. That's 24 plus the 9 we already have. We can import one, I guess. No, we can't. Yeah, we wanna put this one in, even if it costs us a turn there. We can maybe increase this in some other way or get a bonus from exploring something. And if we press here, we can see that we can expand out to the nitrates mine. We can expand out to the lava tube. We could expand out to this location and this location without a penalty, and also to this location. So we want to explore these 3, I think, before we start selecting which ones we want to use there. And we want to explore these 2 to get the silicates anyway, so we will start off with exploring these 2. Alright, there's nothing more we can do here this turn, so let's pop over to the next one. Got some research projects. Got a spaceport, which is double the size of a landing pad, of course, 2 trade routes. And the adjacent city gains a comfort of living. And adjacent mines get an extra trade route as well to export their resource. Got the nitrous gas factory here. It says a minus comfort of living, minus adjacent support, but lots of atmosphere and heat. Orbital rings are... and they give a lot of trade routes. We don't really have the titanium for it. It's gonna take a little while longer until we get that mine online. Actually, yeah, we could get the silicates deposit online, but I think we want to get the canyon view up and running first. We should have done this before. That increases our comfort of living yet another here. And since we are building up high population here, this is going to be good for us. And down here, the question is, do we want to build the... We don't really need to build the sewage plant here just yet. We just want to remember to build it before we get rid of her. We can clear out the area for the domed park there. And gonna have the skyscrapers and the combined living center here. Well, actually the combined living center might be better off up here. We still got 2 expansions here though. Or to replace... I don't really like replacing them because that's such a waste of food. But getting the extra robot here would be an extra comfort of living. And that would be 4 more support per turn from this city. Having this one here instead. But we can probably get that from other locations. Let's get these explored so we can see what we're doing down here. Get some silicates. So we need 1 more silicate. And I think for this turn, what we will do is we will put 2 into science, and then we can take 2 out of silicates once we've explored these. This will give us enough silicates next turn to construct the domed park. And we also got the bacterial life. And let's see, we're 12 turns away from that. We probably want to put more of these if we can, to gain a little bit more atmosphere. And where couldn't we put these? We can't put them there nor there. Alright, so we want to prioritize places where we have cities. So we'll put them here in South Serena. And we can select a project. And maybe these orbital rings aren't too bad then. Don't have the nitrates income for it. We don't really have any use for the nitrates. Yeah, we're gonna use them for the dome park there, all of them. Spaceport would also be nice. And we're using all our trade routes for something else. Well, we'll take the spaceport. We can always use it for... Well, actually, this wouldn't be a bad location. That means we can export nitrates and titanium. Get an extra export trade route from them, which wouldn't be all that bad. And the city that's hooked up to it gets an extra comfort of living, which would speak for having it down here somewhere. We've got 2 mines there, but only one can be adjacent. And that's a small hint. Maybe there would be a decent location. We'll see, it'll be quite some time before we can actually afford this one anyway. Alright, so this is one of these good bonus events you get sometimes. We can choose to get all of our resources once again, or the food, science and power again. And I think we probably want to go with the food, science and power this time. We don't have very high resources or resource production, except for titanium, of course. So I think the better one is this one. Gives us an extra turn of food. The tuber farm. It's another use of our nitrates. Yeah, let's do that. I can probably put it up here in Olympus Mons. We can start building the farming quad here. If we put that down now, we can't do the domed park. We do want to put down the domed park first. That'll give us an extra 4 support there, plus an extra 4 for the building. And very soon, next turn, we will be able to build the next building. Or we save up and do the skyscraper there. And then the dome park negates this support per turn quite easily. This one will be a +5 instead of a -3. Just from the dome park. Alright, so we need to keep exploring. We still got another 5 turns with Asia. We need to remember to put down that sewage treatment plant. Some extra silicates. And we needed those silicates for the this one. We can do the mega structure design as well, just so we get it off our hands. Would be nice to import just 1 nitrates here. That means we could get this one up and running next turn. No, we can wait 2 turns for it. It's not that big of a deal. CO2 factory would also be... Yeah, we probably need to put the combined living center down here, just to get the extra building slots, so we can start building this farm quad down here. And maybe we could put we don't really have any good space for the CO2 factory down there. Now we're completely out here. Don't really want to make any changes here. It's not worth to make any changes there. Got the meteorite, we can harvest it. That one's not too worse for us. Got an empty one there. And we got the lava tube. We want to explore this one too, I think. There's probably not going to be anything interesting there either. And then we need to select where we want to use these 2 expansions. Alright, so another courthouse. Don't think we want that. Maybe it is the better one though. And some extra science from robots, and could use an extra bacteria spreader. And it's a cheap one. We do have the science for it. Could expand out to there and just plop it down. And then have the spaceport is going to make most sense around here. Just want it close to the titanium deposits would be nice, but we don't want to have it there either. Up here we got an aquifer, most likely. Okay, so what resources are we in need of? We're gonna build this combined living center up here in Olympus Mons. That'll give us 2 more expansions up here. Can put down the tuber farm next turn. Can probably don't need 3 of these or more than 3 of them. We can build the CO2 factory on one of these. It's enough with a farming triangle here around the central building. And out here we have harvestable resources. We can't do anything with that one. And the train station, can we expand out to the... Yeah, we can expand to the nitrates mine. So we might as well. It basically costs us nothing. We've got another nitrates mine up there. We do have these... do we want to check it? I don't know. Yeah, so we got the nitrates mine there, we got... and these three to expand to. We don't have very many expansion options here for Bernard on what to do with them. Maybe want to expand out to the nitrates mine and to the rocky plains there, and we'll put down the bacteria spreader down this side. Yeah, I think we will do that. We'll put the bacteria spreader there. It gives us another boost of it. And we have, where do we have them? Which bacteria do we have where? We have one of either, it looks like. Okay, so let's take this one. We already have it there, we'll put it up here in the Elysium Plantina. And we'll start getting some bacteria up here too. And that'll give us even more oceans. That's in our atmosphere. That's in 6 turns now. And yeah, we don't need to use... Yeah, we could use it for another nitrates mine, I guess. Would be nice to get to that aquifer. No, we'll leave that be for now. We want to explore somewhere... Do we want to explore up here towards the cap? Maybe we can find another zone to put the city in. Yeah, let's go there. Get some extra support on the flat plains. Flat plains is a place we can build a city on. There's no rocks here. And we don't have very much power, so let's use this turn for the sewage treatment plant. Doesn't produce anything just yet. But as soon as we put down the skyscraper, it will. We can assign our trade routes. We want to get these exploration satellites up and running. Alright, so the X-Mars Foundation will give us a building. We can get a tritium thermogenerator. We can get an igloo, which is a house that protects them against radiation. Or we could get the GMO lab, which produces 1 food. And all adjacent structures produce +1 food. And it only costs science. So we will grab that GMO lab, robot hub, oxygen factory. Ox factory only costs water. So we could use that one. We do have quite a stockpile of it at the moment. We don't want the research center. Don't really know where we're gonna put it though. That would be fine in... Could put it up here. I'm not going to use this tile for anything else. We just want population here, so we can fill it out with other things. I'll put down our tuber farm here. I'm going to save up the science for the GMO lab. We're not gaining that much science anymore. And I think we want to go exploring out here. Yeah, so there we have another empty tile we could use for Bernard. And we want to start exploring around here, I think, too, because this city is soon going to start expanding more. Yeah, alright, so let's pop over. Oh, we got a Mars quake. Structural integrity of the hospital and the train station. Let's get rid of that one. Train station is Olympus Mons. So the hospital costs 6 science and 2 tritanium to repair. And the train station we can't afford to repair because we don't have the silicates. Well, and then the damage here brings us down to, we have to look here. The train station is -10 and the hospital is -3. Because the hospital of course gives +7. So I think we will spend our science and titanium to repair the hospital. And we'll have to collect up the silicates to repair this one. It still functions though, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now we're on a quest for silicates. We do have some silicates down here, and we want to explore around here anyway. And we've got our exploration satellites, so we want to get those going. And I think we want to can export some titanium and import some food. Speed up a little bit more. Our quest for extras there. Do we have any big deposits of it? Small. Don't think we had any big deposits. I think we've all taken them all. Could take that one. Don't really need to explore out that way right now. I would like to explore up towards this way and maybe put a city up here. And that means we need to explore this tile. We don't have the immediate benefit of that either, and we're going to save up and build a skyscraper first. Okay, so we'll take this one. There's another flat plains, some water, some support. Need to explore 3. There's 2 aquifers there though. So that could be a good way to get the oceans up a little bit. There's a lot of these places where we can build. We need to build a dam here before. Can build that one. Could build that dike now. That increases us up to level 3, so it's safe to increase the water 1 more level. And the same thing here. We do have the titanium for it without any kind of trouble, so we might as well just pop them up to level 3 so we don't forget to do it. Okay, there's nothing more. We need to select something, of course. So a new hospital, a radio telescope, or a landing pad. Do we have anywhere we can put the radio telescope? This is unfortunately not a high plateau. And neither of these expansion sites are, otherwise Bernard could use it for... Actually, we have the bacteria spreader on a high location. We could expand down here, move the bacteria spreader there and build it there. And we do have the resources for it too. Well, that's silicates. We probably want to use these silicates to repair this one though. Yeah, we want to have this one repaired first, because it's costing us a lot of support. But it'll be quick to get the new resources for that, but we could have the bacteria spreader move while we're at it. So we'll relocate this one to there. It'll take 4 turns. And while it's relocating it's this one here. It's added another 4 turns to spreading action, which is fine. Okay, so we have a bus station. We want to have a train station, I think, for Marinaries. Import oceans. That's a lot of titanium that we don't have. And igloos. We'll grab the bus station just so we have something to put up there. Now we will go and try to find some more silicates. Got some more here. We built the sewage treatment, but I don't think we have the population for the... No, we're not going to get more population here either, and I think it was 4, yeah. So we don't want a sewage treatment plant here. We want some food buildings. That means we can send her off exploring instead. And I think, yeah, this one's a fairly cheap one. That's 2, so we'll take that one. Just a rocky high plateau. That's good to have it explored. And we will use our satellites to... Actually, we would like to get some more of these first. There's one down there. Let's grab this one then. And here we found a crater. It's a little bit too close to here, I feel, because Marinaries is going to get a lot of expansion points from both the train station and from having the high population. Entertainment center, don't think we need that. We can grab the greenhouse farm. And we can pop that down somewhere here. It'll give us some extra food. We now have enough to build the radio telescope. That'll increase our science output a little bit to help speed up the GMO lab. And we can keep exploring. And now we don't have anything special that we need. So we can... might be a good idea to explore this one. That means we can expand out this way and build a mine. And we'll build a dike while we're at it. And I think we need to explore this one as well. And what do we have out here? That's just harvesting resources. And out there we can explore there too, I guess. Okay, so it's an election year again. And we have Hong Tao, who is a trade specialist. We gain extra power for every 10 new expansion points. That's going to amount to about 1 power for the rest of the game. A trade center, which gives us more trades routes for every 3 population. That's not too bad. And for free. And gain a little bit of resources. And then we have Nadia Bolatbek, who will do trade boost. For every 3 new trade routes we gain another one. We get an embassy, which gives 2 support per turn. The 2 support per turn per trade route provided by the city. Okay. City of the year. Okay. Now I think we're gonna go with Hong Tao. And we didn't have anything else to do with the previous leader, so we just select him right away there. This might be a good way to boost our silicates. And it's better than either of the other ones. If we had that was +1 per 3 mines. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So having it here would give us 2 extra silicates. And we have the resources to build it. Yeah, it's just power. Okay, so we have this one here. And that means we can't explore for more than 4. That's fine. That's 2 silicates right away. And which direction do we want to go for? We can't expand outwards that way. We do want to check out this, because we could reach that from Olympus Mons, I think. No, only if we go through this tile. That could be a spaceport tile. We could go out, and the crater's not going to help us. This was an empty tile, I think. Yeah, that was an empty rocky wastes. Rocky plains, yeah. So we want to explore this one, maybe. It's going to be an empty one too, probably. Let's check them out. Both are 3. Let's go there. Got some nitrates, and that's sandstones. We can have a guided tours there. Then we have the... we'll just use our satellite there, gain some extra. And we found an old rover. We can have a rover museum, which gives a 5 support per turn and 1 science per turn. Or we can dismantle it for some power and tritanium and science. Science I might understand, but the tritanium and power, no, I don't know. We go with the rover museum. That's the long-term selection, and I think this is the place we wanted. We need to tear down some. No, we need power for it as well, and this means we'll get the power next turn. And we can't build anything else right now. We're waiting for the GMO lab and the skyscraper. The skyscraper will come next turn. We need to use our... Oh, we can select another tundra forest. That was really nice. Oh, we can build one down here too. And that's where we have the lava tube. It would be nice to know if we can expand into one of these locations. This is a very long zone. And it's in Plantina, so we could maybe have one over here. And there's probably going to be another settlement location down here somewhere, and that would be a good one. Let's go for... yeah, let's put it down in Sereno Minor. I think this is fine. That's going to be 17 turns, so this one's just 8 for the recharge. So let's go for this one anyway. That means we can get the third forest up and running sooner, since they do add atmosphere and they add oxygen. So we're soon going to get our first level of oxygen. It's 25 turns until we increase in our heat, and 1 turn until we get another atmosphere level. So we got our atmosphere up to level 2. That means we get 200 support. And the rising expectations rise. We were just at 0. We've been at negative for I think 20 turns. But now we're at a minus 50 again. Alright, so artificial magnetic field. Looks like a pretty simple one to get. Hab module and a tuber farm. Now I think we're gonna put the GMO lab down here, and the farming quad became a farming duo instead. We can build our skyscraper though. So pop down here and we'll put the nice skyscraper up here. Plus 21 support. That's massive. Actually, it would probably be better to have it there. We can move the headquarters if we get another skyscraper. And put the skyscraper there. But of course it should have been in between these two. Because it's 2 things I give per population. And it wouldn't have cost us anything. We can actually probably move this one. If we move it to there, and we move the... yeah, we can revert building the skyscraper. Then we will move the headquarters over there, and we will build the skyscraper there. That's how we want it. That's a lot better. And you can always revert your last action, or most last actions. Some of them are not revertible. And down here we get trade routes per 3 population. So maybe that would be a good one to have there instead of the rover museum. Because I want to have a house here and a house here and a house here and a house here, which leaves 1 tile here for something else. Oh, we need the train station too. And by the time we want the train station, we can probably demolish the cultured meat lab and build the train station there. That's a hard one. And if we were to build what could we tear down in here to build the trade center though? And it would only be 2 trade routes anyway down here. At the moment it would only be 2 or even 1 here. And then we have on Olympus Mons, we will gain 1. Yeah, so the trade center isn't really that good for us at the moment. We're gonna pick the magnetic field. Once we put down the GMO lab, we can start boosting that. We probably don't need to do this anymore. If we put them both in there, we can build a GMO lab next turn. And we're making loads of nitrates as well. And what do we have? The guided tours there that we can build. Yeah, we want to explore up this place. Well, let's go up there. We found more sandstones. It's the same thing, guided tours. Now that one's only 1 away, so that one might be a good one as well. The rover museum. Do we want to build the rover museum? Maybe we place the rover museum down here. Doesn't really matter which city we have it in. I would like to build another city So we need to check these places out here. And let's start with this one. Alright, so I found a crater here. Decent enough. We need to explore 3 locations though to be able to build something there. And we might get a better one there too. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Since we don't have any buildings left to put down in Marineris. Now we do have 2 expansion points here, so let's grab that mine. What did we have? Sandstones, rocky plains. We don't have enough to build that spaceport. We probably want to go out to the titanium mine and start getting that, since we don't have any titanium. Okay, so the oxygen level increased to level 1. And this means we can start getting something else too. We're quite a bit away from the temperature for Mediterranean shrubs. Penguins, however, require just 2 oxygen. So we will go with the penguins. We have 1 level of oxygen, 15 turns until we increase it. And we can probably get that down quite a bit more. Okay, so we got Resonance Station, University and Hospital. I'm not too thrilled about any of these buildings at the moment, so we'll just recycle them. We got enough science to build the GMO lab. That's an additional 3 food. And now we want to stop importing science, and we'll pop more into the artificial field there. We got extra science, of course, because we increased one of the terraforming parameters. And we want to be exploring down here. Let's check this one out. There's a canyon view. That's really nice. And we release some oxygen and atmosphere. That's also nice. Pulls another turn of the oxygen. So we need to explore these 2 locations. And here we get we can choose from a research campus, which gives 1 science for each adjacent science building. And it gives 1 population. So that might be good with the rover museum. We have a CO2 factory and a think tank condominium, which is also 1 science and 1 pop. Do we have the silicates is the question. We will have the silicates next turn. We also got an Android hub, a bacteria spreader and a research center. We're going to grab the Android hub there. But I am thinking if we build the rover museum here, we can build the... No, not this one. Was in this one. We can build the research campus, which also has 1 population here. And the rover museum will be 2 science. So we gain at least gain a little bit of extra from this one. That means we can place that one down there. We will select the research campus. And we need to wait 1 turn for the silicates to come in. We are gaining a lot of silicates right now. And then we got an animal spreader, which we can then expand outwards and grab that one. So we want to keep exploring down here. I think we're going to settle this crater. We mostly just need another city because we're running out of building spots. And we'll grab this one too. And the question is, do we want the research campus next turn or a crater city this turn? I think we want to settle the city this turn. And here is one of the more interesting layouts. You got 6 connected ones here, but neither of them are connected to more than 3. So you can at most have something with 3 synergies on. And the same thing up here, you got a zone where you can have 3 different buildings with synergies on. There's probably some kind of efficient layout you can do with science buildings and like science campuses, and like having 2 science campuses there and a science building here, and something to boost the population, like a domed park here, and then another research campus and some We could probably make a research population center out of this. Might be a fun thing to do with these, but then we would have wanted the rover museum out in one of the corners here. And we've explored since, so we can't revert anything. Alright, we will, I think we will just found the city down on this triangle. And we can use the Android hub for 3 robots, we can use the trade center, and we can have 3 population around some kind of central building here, eventually. And I think that's all we can do for now. We do have the expansions up here too. Don't really know what to do with them. I guess we could go here and harvest those resources, and we could build the... No, we don't have the food for the campus this turn anyway. And guided tours, and the same thing there. Would bring us up a bit there, and that's about all it does. And building the animal spreader would be nice, but we don't have the water for it just yet. Alright, that's just a turn. And this was a good one. We got the eco homes. Now insect farms provide a lot of food, but they cost support. We need more homes, and that's a very food efficient home. And we don't have the use for science for anything else. We do want to put the science campus down though. Let's put the research campus down there. That's an extra science and 12 extra support. And we have the extra power, so let's clear this rubble out. And in the next turn we can build the eco homes here. Let's see. And that means we can expand. We could expand towards the sandstones. Just the guided tours there. Alright, we have the new city down here. We do want to explore this one, I think. Just to see what it is. That's a lava tube. Or the anomaly. Gives a boost to science buildings. And we can explore further away. Probably want to build something here too. Once we have the food to get these 2 aquifers. So we can start exploring here too, I think. Oh, we almost got enough water for the animal spreader. Almost. And another animal spreader. Luxury workshop. Costs a lot of resources for some support. Might be something that's good to have done in the new city. Now that we are making a lot of silicates and titanium. And down here in Marineris we will put down the eco homes. And now we're in positive support again. And we've got the space for 2 more buildings down there. I still don't have enough titanium for that. We are going to build the animal spreader. The penguins require 2 oxygen. We are at -1 there. We are at 0 here. -2, was it -2 for the penguins? No, +2 of course. Yeah, they need something to breathe. Which is weird because the rabbits don't need anything. This is 1. So we're almost there, and South Arabia is almost also 1. We're 11 turns away from it. We're in no rush to build the animal spreader. We're better off building in another city, I think, with the water for now. But to be able to do that, we want to build here. We got an aquifer. There's going to be an aquifer here too. To building a city on the flat plains here. Give us a little bit of support. There's a water deposit there too, that's nice. That means we could empty out 2 of the aquifers. We got 1 up here that maybe New Muscat can reach. If we're gonna put 2 more population in there, so probably not. We're gonna get the nitrates and the canyon view, I think. Oh, if we weren't to build a Android hub up there, of course. It would be nice to be able to release that one. And we had up here is +1 for oxygen. Where did we have the other +1? Arcadia. It would be nice to have a city up in South Arabia here then. That's going to be a while more. Because the animals they give... No, this one doesn't give, but a lot of them give things to the cities in it. And that doesn't really matter. We do have a city... Yeah, we have the flat city location here. Let's explore up here. We have the power forest. We don't have anything. We're waiting for the power for. So we open up the possibility of settling a city up here. This is just a completely empty template, so that's quite nice. There's nothing to clear there. We can just plop down a city and build. But we're not getting a lot of use out of it more than the... Well, I guess the natural heritage ones, it expands ones. Did we have the expansions from here, but we couldn't build the animal. We can't spread the animal life anyway, so we don't have to put that one up just yet. Composting facility, development center, or oxygen factory. Let's pick up the oxygen factory. We have building slots down here, so we can put the oxygen factory down here. We got more than enough water for this. And we can also put the luxury workshop down here. We still have 2 more building slots here. We could build the bus station here. That would bring us into reach of this aquifer. And we could release it. And save us a high plateau for something. And we get the nitrates mine on the way. Yeah, why not? And we will expand out. No, we can expand. Yeah, we can expand directly to the nitrates mine. We will build the mine. We will expand up to the aquifer, and we will extract the water, giving us a little bit more for the ocean change here. And we Android hub could be useful to expand out towards some of these locations. We don't really need any of those at the moment. We kind of want to look at our next settling location, which would be the flat plains up here, I think. Or yeah, we'll explore up towards... That's 5, we can't afford it. We can do this, that's another flat plains. 3 more places we need to explore to get there though. Don't think we have any places that have only... that are going to be submerged anytime soon. No, it looks fine. We want to go somewhere we have no power. Building the trade center would be nice. Or maybe we go with the Android hub here for the 3+ robots in a bit. And then we can have the 2 extra... Probably we can't... Yeah, we can build it up here. Let's place a free trade center there. And we got some bacteria to spread. And that's 7 more turns for the atmosphere. I think we want to start putting out these. We can put it in Noakis or Cimmeria. That's 16 turns and this one is 14. That makes the choice easy. And yet again, rising expectations. So now we're at -46 again. And just in the nick of time, we get some eco homes. We have more places we want to build homes on here. Let's get some more population into this city. This is a 7 population city now. And that helped quite a lot with our deficit there. And it would be nice to get that one up and running too. And now it's about time to start saving up for this plant spreader. That's going to be 4 turns, and we're expanding in 5. Silicates deposit would be okay. Let's see if we can't explore this. That's another canyon view. Now I am tempted to go there. That's -1 on this one, -2 on this one. That's -3 support. And we gain 1 comfort of living, and that's +7. That'll give us the +5 to grab this one, and we get to disperse this aquifer and have a spot for the animal spreader by going there. So we're going to build that viewpoint tower. We're going to, when we have the power for it next turn, we need a little bit more power now, I think, too. And we probably want to use this one to get the trade routes, and we just need the tritanium, which means we need to start exploring somewhere where there is tritanium. Getting some extra water could be nice as well. And both water and tritanium, that's actually an aquifer. Let's use the satellites. And this is a tritanium mine, so that could be useful as well. If we were to expand, build a city here and expand towards it. Otherwise, yeah, we've got one up there too, which might be easier from that one. Might be a good location up here too. Do we want to check that one out? Yeah. Rocky Plains, no, can't build a city there, unfortunately. Okay, so we need a few more turns of that. Okay, so we got another technological advancement. We can get architectural beautification. Gain 1 support income. I think that's +1 every turn. And prefab station parts, less for a space project. We haven't gotten a lot of space projects. Okay, so by putting this in, we gain 3 per animal. That's not bad. And we are building a lot of buildings too, though. We're soon going to put down an animal, but we only have 1-2 zones we could put the penguins in, I think. Let's get the animal tracking and we'll try to get more animals in. It seems like a fun way to do it. Okay. None of these are really appealing to me. Let's pop them on. Exploration satellites, of course, would be okay. So this should boost our support per turn quite a bit. It's up to 25. And we need quite a lot of water actually, because we want to build both another city and we want to build the animal spreader within 5 turns. Now exploring this one is before we do that, we've got, where were we? We wanted to do something with the power, didn't we? Is that down here? No. Yeah, we wanted to drain this water. Of course, it doesn't really matter when we drain it, but we might as well do it while we remember it. We might be better off exploring there. And then it's going to be the same. This one's just a lot cheaper to explore, but we gain the titanium here and we need that for the spaceport. Okay, so we found a small aquifer here too. And we've got a crater. Yeah, that was the one we thought was a little bit too close to Marineris. Maybe it isn't actually, and it's right on the aquifer. We will... yeah, we can't go down there this turn, but we can't build anything this turn either. Alright, so another forest spreading. We don't have anywhere that we can spread the forest to. Yes, we do. Down here. And now we have 3 forests. That gives us some extra prestige. We're up at 3 climate zones, so we get twice the prestige from it. That's 6 prestige. this prestige counts towards points. And somewhere in here too, we gain some from the Tundra Forest's prestige, +6. So all of these extra things we put down. And we gain some extra for Tharsis and Serenium Minor for having cities there. And we also have one here in Elysium Plantina, but we don't have a city here yet. That might be something worth exploring as well. Do have the science to put the animal tracking in. Let's do that before we forget about it. We need to select a card. I guess we go with the research satellites. Doesn't really matter. No, we'll take this one. And we can put it, can't put it down there, but when we build a new city we can put it down. Our trade routes are not assigned. What do we need? Power. Right now I think we're going through a lot of power. And just export the titanium, we got so much of it. And the same thing with nitrates. And here we can have delivery drones. Rover exploration centers are nice. And oxygen factories. We are producing quite a lot of oxygen. And we would like more. And see, the goal is to try to win below 64 turns. That's the best score you can get. So we're trying to... Yeah, we'll put that aside. Do we want to build a city here in the crater? Because we can do so now. Or do we want to build it up here on the flat plains? Or on this flat plains? If we want to build... How much does it cost? It costs 5. Maybe it's cheaper to explore out this way. 3, yeah. Let's just see what's up here. It's a canyon view. There might be one there, might be one there. It's going to take more researching. I think we want to go for the crater here. And that gives us immediate access to this aquifer. Or not immediate, but soon enough. As soon as we can expand the city a bit. But for that we need to explore this tile. We'll go here. We found the city. And let's see what we have for something nice around here. That's close by. I say Morava. It's the name here. And it can be this pink color. And let's get rid of that one. I'll put down the Applied Science Center there. And we want to, yeah, we can still get something more. The water we want for the animal spreader now. Let's get the delivery drones. We can put the delivery drones here. To give us some extra bit of support. And more importantly, it gets us the expansion point. So we can go out and next turn we can extract the oceans. The question is, do we want to go down to the sandstones from Marineris as well? Yeah, why not? And grab this, and yeah, we need power for that too, which means, yeah, we need more power. And we get to an election year again. Alright, so we have Jagrave Varman, who is specializes in space religion. And we gain more support for every 20 new resources you transport to progress of a space project. You can build the Astral Temple, which is 5 support per turn and 5 support. This one's actually good. We got a good location for it now. And Arthur Foster, which gives extra titanium. He can destroy rocks for free. We got the cheaper ones anyway. And he can mine out some resources. Okay, so we'll just check on our locations there. Marsha would be a good one, because we need to put in yet another population into Marineris. And we don't need the food. Power would be nice. So, but I think we go with a Marsha. Just to get the population up a little bit there too. I would like to have another skyscraper in here. But we we get what we get. We got the high plateau here, we could use it on. And thought we had one here too, but maybe, yeah, we got another one up here. So we can build 2 of those temples for free on these locations. And it might actually be better off building one down here too if we ever expand the city. But we will take those decisions in the next episode. So thank you for watching, take care, and see you next time.